Hey, listen close to what I gotta say. Markets moving fast, don't get swept away. Trading with Q is the smarter way. Y'all ready? Let's go. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Today we are back again after a long time on a new podcast, Coffee with Q. As you all know, I interview people that are subject matter experts in different fields of marketing, law, etc. But a few months ago, I started to find a new passion. That passion became a profession, and now we are rolling out something new. So I was put on spot by my nephew Mo, who happens to be in the screen that you guys are watching, the handsome young man from Canada. So Mo is going to ask me a series of questions. We are going to demo Coffee with Q software, the algo that we have built. And then I will talk about that. We will share the screen of the software that's running on TradingView. And as well as we will show you at the end a bonus, something that Mo wants to talk about. He hasn't told me what he wants to talk about, so he's going to put me on the spot. So yeah, so then that's it. Now we're going to start. First, let's get to know Mo, and then Mo will talk about me. So Mo is a young man who, for his age, is an exceptional, smart ESNQ trader. So these are assets that really move fast. So Mo is like the top gun of the indexes. But he trades not the options, he trades the contracts, the futures. So that's the background for Mo. He has multiple years of experience, and I'll let him talk about that. And then we can start the podcast and put some limelight on the algo, not me. Okay, let's go.
So, can you tell me a little bit about yourself? Like, who is Q?
So Mo, my name starts with Qamar, so that's Q. But a few years ago, when I moved to the US, it was very hard for people to pronounce my name. Some people were saying Kumar, like the Harold and Kumar movie. So I thought, okay, just call me Q. So hence Q was formed. I'm also a big fan of the James Bond movies. And if you've ever watched the James Bond movie, then you will see that there's a character who is called the Coda Master, who creates these softwares, the pens, the cars, etc. for James Bond. And he's called Q. So I am technically the Q, the geek here in this new avatar. So that's the genesis of Q.
I like that. So, can you tell me what kind of inspired you to build this Q algo system?
So Mo, I'll go back a few years ago. I live in the Cayman Islands, as you know, and I've been in the business of digital marketing and software development. I run a very successful public relations software. We are a big company, thanks God. And after you get to a level where you start to feel that, I'm kind of getting bored, I need to do something before I get dementia. As I turned over 50, I wanted to build something that keeps me busy. So I wanted to learn how to trade the stock market. Okay. And I went through a lot of learning, and I found that this was not that difficult, but it was being well guarded to make it difficult. The people that knew it did not want to make it easy, and the people that did not know it made it very complicated because they did not sim. So as a result, I found a coach for secrecy. We will call him G. So G and I came across, and G taught me the fundamentals of the markets. Your charts, your candles, which I didn't know anything about. Okay. But once I learned that, my first thing is to him, and this goes back too long, says, I don't want to learn anything. So this is my attitude. I don't want to learn charts. just give me a structure and then I will trade. And he says, no, but you have to learn charts. You have to understand candle. I said, I don't want, just tell me very simple. And he did. He tried to, but I was kind of giving myself resistance that I'm not going to learn anything. Just tell me this is an entry, this an exit. And I'm sure he didn't tell me that, but he was like, this guy's out of his mind. Okay. So G was very patient. Hence, we became very good friends, because I'm a very impatient person and I'm an alpha. So he recognized that this guy can learn. So I learned it, and then he taught me options, Greeks, etc. And at that process in time, I came across the challenges of, this is still complicated, like how do I make this for me? And I was in a room and I learned the basics in the room, and I knew that the guy that I was with, my mentor at that time, he was very emotional. He would take a trade and he was successful. He would take 5 trades, he would be 5 winners. He would take 5 trades, 4 winners, 1 loser.
Yeah.
So I know losses happen, but this was like an emotional roller coaster. And based on the market or the background that I come from, I'm a data guy. I have no emotions to money. I make money at the end of the road, but I'm not connected to emotions of money. Okay. And I, as a data guy, because I was not a markets guy, right? I wanted to see what's the structure. And as I said, for the last 2 decades, I started my career in digital as a software engineer when Google has started. So in those days, you are young, you were probably not even born, but in those days, there was no concept of algorithms, right? You could rank a website in 3 days, right? So for me to talk about algorithms, to people, like 20 years later, I've been reverse engineering how Google's ranks its page. So for me to build these databases and schemas and connect the points and the code was easy. But when you are building a financial system, you have to know a lot more. Even if you are going to ask ChatGPT, you have to know what you're doing, because the answer that you get would be very wrong and you don't even know how to validate it. So I have to learn a lot on my own. I've spent hours of hours. If I was to compute, I'd probably have a PhD now in that science, because I feel that I've done that much research. So that's really the background why I did it. And to sum it up, I wanted to make it easy for people that were like me. Okay, just give it to me.
Yeah.
Show me 1, 2, 3, and I'll do it. But don't tell me why is a red candle as a green candle. All of that. I was teaching today to my wife, and I showed it to her, and she said, I could learn this, but 6 months before, when I showed her the candles, before I started the program, before I had no knowledge of this, she was saying, this is too complicated. So I feel that I've solved a common problem.
Yeah.
That even grandma can do this. Okay. So I hope that answers the long question.
So I guess we're all, or the viewers, are excited to see what this Q algo system actually is. Would you mind sharing your screen to give us some more insight?
Absolutely. So I'm going to share my screen. And I would like to say, I think maybe we should read a disclaimer or something, that this is a software. What the software does and what I do as a help desk, or you, we are guiding the software. It's like how to drive a car or how to use Microsoft Word or Windows. We are not a advisory service. We don't offer advisory. We don't offer alerts. There are many of those. I won't talk about them, but we are purely a software, and it's based on a structure. So today I'm going to show you the structure of the method in the madness. Okay, so this is the big picture. And then, are you able to see the screen?
Yes, there's a lot going on here. Okay.
Okay.
So, can you showcase some more about this? Like, what are we looking at here?
Okay. So, what you're seeing is a TradingView platform. So, when we license the software, you are going to get everything that's included. So, I'm going to walk you through. So, the first challenge for a new trader that wants to trade the markets is to understand where to take the entry and where to exit. What is it? The very first thing. So I call that the flight path. So what you're looking at is a background, okay, of the path. So since the market opened up 9:30, let's start as a starting point of 9:30 for context, because context matters, right?
Yes, of course.
So 9:30, if you look at the flight path, there are three colors in my system. Green, that means the market is going green. That means you can take a position long or do a call for people that are doing options. It's a black color, it's a range market, okay? We don't know where it's going, so stay away, okay? Or get ready. And you are an expert in talk about that. But then there is a red color.
Okay.
So red means that the market is looking bearish or is going down, and that's when we go a short or take a put. So those are the three primary colors of the flight path. So that's a very first foundation of my system, which typically doesn't happen in the TradingView chart. Okay. And maybe at the end you can show your basic chart and people can see, right? What is the basic chart? But let's talk about this. Okay. So hopefully you understand that.
I do. Can you showcase how you're incorporating AI into all of this?
Okay. So humans are emotional. AI is not. Humans do not follow the rules, even though we know the rules, because we are emotional beings, and our brain works on the subconscious mind. So the moment we see a red candle, we may think, oh, it's a time to sell, but the red candle may be a bullish candle, okay? And vice versa. So I use the use of artificial intelligence to camouflage and create the algorithm where the algorithm has logic behind, it has no emotion. Therefore, if you just follow the structure, which I call the structure, okay, then the AI does the work in the background. You don't have to know how to write AI. You don't have to be a coder. Everything is done for you. It's like you are going to a pancake shop and say, I would like these yummy pancakes with butter. or I like to have the white pancakes or the yellow ones. And that's what I've done. Now I'm feeling hungry.
No, yeah. So I'm seeing a couple boxes, right? Not your green, gray, and red boxes in the background, but instead I'm looking at the yellow and blue boxes. Can you explain more on what those are?
So I'm going to make the chart bigger. So we are still at 9:30. So the market opens up, and these, let's call them candles. Okay. So these candles are moving up. The price, candles are an indication of the price. The price is going up. Then all of a sudden, a blue box appears in the green zone. So a box of blue, it's like your aunt has just sent you a blue gift.
I like
Okay. And you want to open it up. And this is a big gift. It's got like 3,500 gummy bears inside. Okay. So you are going to love this. Okay. And the box indicates that there is more to eat right now.
that. Okay. Now I'm
Okay.
very hungry. I'm very hungry.
Yeah, as you should be.
So what about the yellow boxes?
Okay. So the opposite of the yellow, the blue box is a yellow color. Okay. Your sister might like yellow. Now, the yellow is a significance that your aunt has shipped her yellow gummy bears. Okay. But they have not arrived. She has got a ticket from FedEx that you have a yellow box of gummy bears sent by aunt. Okay. And she's sending you that. And the second yellow box is a confirmation that your package has arrived.
Okay.
So a yellow box is like a market going downwards. A blue box is a market going upwards.
Okay. That's very simple. I'm going to be honest. So transitioning into that, I see some red clouds up at the top and some green clouds up at the, or down at the bottom. Can you tell me more about that? Like, what do those mean?
So for technical people, they are called support and resistance. It took me months even understanding what is the support and resistance, what is the supply and demand, etc. So I thought, what can I do? So I find myself that the resistance is the ceiling and the support is a floor. Okay, you can't go below the floor until you crack the floor, and then you can go down in the basement. And your ceiling is, you have to break the ceiling to go to your balcony on the top. So think like that. So these I called the red clouds of ceiling, or the green clouds. And the market can go below or above, but mostly market has to break that. Okay, it has to come and hit multiple. Like if you were to take a hammer and your dad said, go and break tonight, go, I want you to get rid of the ceiling and we're going to build a new room on top. You have to bang that a couple of times before. So then you create a new ceiling. Okay, and then your floor where he wants to build is going to become a floor, right?
Yeah.
Because he's going to put it, and then so he's going to build it. So that's going to be your new support ceiling. Now, in that support and resistance, you see this clouds has these big bubbles. So that is your order flow. As you see, the order flow came in, okay, and these pancakes become bigger. So they are kind of like an indication that there are people wanting these pancakes. There's people that are going to want these pancakes. So the order flow in that support and resistance is an indication there is a desire. When there is a lot of order flow, then you want to break the ceiling and build a new room, right? On the
That's
top.
correct. Yeah.
If you don't have any desire, stay in the room. Right.
So, talking more about the pancakes, as you love calling them, I'm seeing up means yellow, down means, or it's showcasing white. Are these candles? Are these haikanashi? Like, what are these What am I looking at when down is going white
So
and then up
these
is
are not candles,
okay?
and I'm going to prove it to you that if you bring the body, then these are the candles.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what happened? If I turn on the candles, it is, oh my God. Okay. It's unless you know the background, you want to keep it clutter free. Right? Why do we need to see the candle? They're not important because they confuse us. A red candle, like if we had this going on, and even the candles I've colored, I'm using a different technology, but even if we had yellow can confuse me, green can confuse me because the colors have no significance. Okay, a green candle could be a beer candle. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's why I try to disable the candles. So I do have the candles, but for the sake of simplicity, I have kept the candles hidden. So they are not a candle. What they are indication of the orders that are coming in the candles. Okay? Because
Okay.
we heard okay. So now what are they? So if I have over here at 9:34, so market opens up 9:30, we are in the green background, okay? But we are looking at white pancakes. That means that the market, if I now turn the candles, so take a look at this. This is where a lot of people get freaked out. So at 9:30, there are two candles and they're big, okay? So if somebody took a put here, what would happen to them? They will get choked here,
Yeah.
right? Because this is telling them very clearly that the trend is going to change from bearish white pancakes to a beautiful buttered pancakes that are yellow, right? So if we go back to turning it off, now you see is easily that my algo is keep the things clean. The people will trade it. They're not going to be confused, and they will look at the pancakes, and then if they took a buy trade here and still showing them buy but also showing them wait, okay? So if they took a wait entry here, they could have had a good growth here. There was some indecision here, and then they go up, okay? And then the ants blue box comes in. Okay, you got delivered. The blue box got delivered, and I learned this from you. Once my gift is delivered, I'm not going to care. I'm going to eat my pancakes or my gummy bears.
Yep.
So I'm done. I'm done. So
Okay.
this is something to learn from you. Yeah.
So I think the last thing I see on the screen that I haven't talked about are those small VPath and LS, PS coming. Can you tell me what those are?
Perfect. Okay.
What is that?
So VPath is a path that is validated. Also, there's a path and a VPath. Okay. A VPath is a validated path that this trend is going up. Okay.
Okay.
PS is coming. That means that shift is coming in the trend. The path is going to shift. So be careful. If you are taking an entry here, okay, either you exit or don't take it. It's too far. It's like if you already ate 10 burgers, why you want to eat more?
Yeah.
Okay, it's the law of diminishing return. You're going to start to throw up. So that's one thing. And the LS is liquidity shift may come. So this is where a one candle can fire up, take all the stop losses, and then turn it around, either go up. So I don't know how to explain that, but in my simple terms is like somebody has to get out to make money, right? So this
Correct.
is where the smart money comes in. So if you
Yeah.
look at this liquidity shift here, there was a shift come so there, if we had these candles at 10:18, so let's turn the candles on because you're not going to see that, right? So at 10:18, so this here, see, a red candle was a liquidity grab here, but then the market went up,
Wow. Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Right? So this is where, and the path is coming. The path is going to shift. So do your thing and clean it and go.
Yeah.
It's time to get off the potty.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like clean yourself, go.
So, I think before you zoomed in on this chart, we saw some things at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell us more about that? Like, we don't see those panels at the bottom right now. Can you zoom out? Oh, right there. Can you tell us more about that? Like, what do these mean?
So in TradingView, you can have, so it's kind of like a car. Okay, you can have two people in the front. You can have a SUV. You can have some more people. So what I did was I broke the algorithm so it's easy to consume. So I broke it into containers here. So there are multiple studies that I have learning here, so I can talk about them. You tell me which one you want to know, and I'll tell you.
I guess let's start from top to bottom, because
Okay. So the first one is you are going to drive a new car. Okay. You want to go up. Okay. What are the two things that you need to go up? You need, you probably drive an automatic. I learned driving when it was a manual. You're probably that knows how to do it. Okay. So we are going up here, right? You're going up. You see this is speed. You need the gear. So this is kind of like a level. So this is a zero line. Okay. So when the trend is up, you need the speed, okay, to take you to that, okay? But the trend may be showing up, but the lines are showing here. That means the trend is faking out. It can go down. Okay, so you want to understand. So it's a momentum shift. You know what gear to drive your car in.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. This
And
seems.
I've given a number. So I've given a number. So the last, because right now the market is running, so it's around M1 68. So when it's between 0 through 50, it's kind of moderate. 100 is a gay. 100 plus, oh yeah, you got a lot of power. You're driving on a 12 cylinders, so.
Okay.
So that's one of the algos. I call it the flight engine. Okay, so it's kind of the speed, of the car.
I like that. And then.
So you wanted to learn next. So
yeah.
Within this, I am a micro guy, so I like to see things in its cleanest form because there's a lot of happening here. Okay, so the way I read things is I go from here to here. Here, this is my path to structure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Big picture. Okay, so you're driving. When you're driving, you're not looking in your rear view all the time, right? You're looking at your front. You're looking nowadays GPS. So this is kind of my GPS. So I look at this. So if you see there, I call it my river. I'm flying and I'm looking at fish. I'm looking at a bird eye view. Okay, so this is the river. The river has two channels. A green channel. I want to catch green fish. I like green fish. They're healthy. Okay.
Yeah.
So where would I find the fish? Above the green line. So I get, my algo gives the indication, okay, Qamar, A has been notified, okay, you can start watching your green fish. When my fish are ready, I will then get them and they are outside my channel. These are the good fish to eat. These might give you some poison.
Okay.
Okay. And same way here. the opposite side. Okay, if you're going in a downtrend and you want to eat redfish, you want to go shorts or put options. Okay, you can do the same thing.
All right.
You see, there is a white line and a yellow line. This it's not a secret sauce, so I'll give it to you. This is a VWAP indicator,
Okay.
volume weighted average price. Smart money likes to use them, so I thought, okay, well, if they're smart, I'm going to use them. So when the price is above the VWAP, okay, it's bullish. When it's below, it's bearish. So if you see here, I got the fish right above, right?
Yeah.
So anytime the price is above, otherwise you have to draw so many channels and indicators out. So I've incorporated in my algo VWAP, which is amazing.
So the VWAP, just to fully confirm, the VWAP is the white line or it's the green line, or both?
So VWAP is a line. So there is so let's go back here.
Because I see two lines,
So
a green
there are
one
two
and then
lines.
a white one. Yep.
So ignore the green and the red. Okay,
Okay.
that's where the fish can tangle. You don't want the fish in that. Okay, you want the
Okay.
fish to be above or the red line below. But the VWAP is a real indicator. Okay, and it turns from white to yellow. Yellow means the yellow pancakes. Remember the yellow pancakes?
Yeah.
Going up, white means going down. So
Going down.
I've kept the consistency of the algorithm same. So once you know your white pancakes, okay, let's give you white pancake. So when the line is turning white, the VWAP is turning white, you have this red, juicy fish to eat.
Okay. I like
This looks
that.
like a Chinese restaurant. Like a Chinese restaurant. Okay.
Okay, so I guess we can talk about the last panel, right? At the bottom?
So this
What
is
was that?
big picture. Big picture. You want to drive. You live in Toronto, so you want to drive from Toronto to Detroit. Okay. What are you going to do? Just sit in the car and drive, or are you just going to map it out? You're going to go through Niagara Falls, or you're going to New York, right? So you have to go to Niagara Falls and go to New York side. So what you're going to do? You're going to take the map out. You're going to see, okay, if I'm going to go to New York, I can either drive through Detroit, okay, or to the other side. You're going to see where the traffic is, whatever you have to find out. So you're going to map out, okay, if I did this, so this is my board of entry. As I'm taking my trades, okay, I look at the long term, medium term, and the mini indications where the traffic is. The Google map shows you.
Yep.
If you
Yep.
take this turn, you can. So this is my map of getting to the direction. So when everything aligns, right now it's saying if you go to New York, take the bullish pathway. Okay. So when people subscribe to the system, of course, I'm going to teach them. But yeah, so that is a big picture. Fish, speed, the dashboard.
I like it. I like it. So it seems to me like you're kind of like the pilot that's guiding us to the land of profitability. That's our final destination.
Yes.
Would you agree or no?
My goal is, like typical traders, they tell you a lot, but my goal is I'll teach you the software, okay? Because there are a lot of people who don't know how to trade. You don't have to learn to trade. If you follow, this is kind of like a 4-year course in trading, okay? You install it, we teach you. You follow, you use the simulation for about a month,
Yeah.
and then you become a qualified pilot. Then you take an entry, small entries. You build and you don't have to learn candles. You don't have to learn anything. This is like the Netflix of trading.
I like that. That has a nice ring to it. It makes it very, very easy to also implement and absorb. But one thing is, I want to put you on the spot. Okay, I didn't tell you about this, but I want to put you on the spot. Can
Sure.
you give an actual example of how this worked and it playing out?
Okay, well, I don't know what's. So tell me what it is, and then we can hopefully.
So let's
Do
do,
what
for
you need
example,
to do.
today, 9:30 today. Can you explain on how you would have won taking trades off of it and how this played out?
Think and swim to take a trade.
Okay.
So I took my first trade. My option was 6440 strike price. My first trade was a call, believe it,
Okay.
because I took the system advisory. So the first thing is 9:30. The vision is telling me we are going green. Okay,
Okay.
over here. But when I look at 9:30, we don't have the sign of green, but we have the M1 pointing at green at this point. Okay, so momentum is going up to that direction.
Yep.
And the fish, where are they? So let's see. So the fish are trying to come out to the greenest zone. So 1, 2, and then I wait here. Okay. So I took my first entry at 9:35. If I go to 9:35, what do you see here? A buy signal. Okay, my system generated a buy signal. I confirmed it. Instead of eating the first pancake, I said I'm going to get in the second one, and I took that trade. And I got out at 9:36:31. So I really fast because these are options. So around 9:36, between this to this, around this 9:36:37, because we can round it off. Okay, I had a $2 premium gain, and I closed the trade.
Okay. That's
So
not
that was
bad.
my first trade.
Okay. So, can you share your executions that you took, or no, or would that be too much?
I can send you the screenshot and you can share it.
Okay.
You want to-
All right. Let me.
Okay, so let me. Should I unshare?
Yeah, you can just send me the screenshot, and then we can look at the trades side by side on why you
So I'm
took
going
the
to
trade, why
share
you
it
did
with
it.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to share it with you on WhatsApp, so you got it. Okay.
Okay, I just got it. Yep. So I'll just put this on the screen. I see some trades. Okay, 8:35, which is Central Time, correct?
Correct. Yeah, I'm in
Correct.
Dallas.
So
So right now.
you just explained that first trade, and would you care to explain any more?
Sure. So the second trade I took was the same strike because I have the strike loaded at 9:41:10. So 9:41. So that'll be 8:41:10. So 9:41, 41, 41, 41, 40, 40, 41. Okay. Roughly here.
Yep.
So I took that trade. Now, if you see this trade, 9:41, okay, roughly to 9:42. Again, I took this trade on the last yellow pancake, but I knew that from the factors that I'm going to tell you. So why did I take this trade? Okay. So the first thing was I believed that we are still in a bullish trend till it reverses.
Okay.
So the V path shift was before there was another buy here, but I'd not seen the buy. So there was not another liquidity grab or anything. So that was one confirmation. The second thing was I saw some volume, but over here, this was going to trend up. You see? It was
Yeah.
trending to go up, and then the fish were still coming out. Okay. And then this one here, the chart, which is now showing the market timing, but at that time it was showing all bullish.
Okay.
So I took the trade, and that took me 5 minutes. My trade, the first one was 1 minute, right?
Okay.
So that took me 5 minutes from go to, I took it at 9:41, right? So 9:41, roughly here, right? So I took 9:41.
Yeah.
And then it kind of slowed down here, paused, and then I closed the trade at
9:46. Yep.
So I closed at 9:46. So that's where, see over here, like if I make this bigger, right? The candles are getting bigger. The pancakes are.
Yep.
So this was then the blue gift from Ant had just arrived.
Yeah.
What time did it arrive? So it arrived around 9:46.
Exactly.
Okay. The moment it arrived, I went to FedEx, I picked it up, and I said, "Okay, I've got my gift. I'm out." That trade gave me $2.20 premium, even though I stayed in there for 5 minutes. The first one gave me $2, so the premiums really didn't move faster. Because what was happening here, there was a drawdown happening here.
Yeah.
See? The premiums were like, okay, we are not going to give it to you. So that drawdown kind of ultimately came up, but that's what it is. So you have the screenshot. Okay.
Yeah. I'm looking at it. I'm putting it on the screen. We can look at potentially one more trade because if we go through all of them, this video would just be too long. So let's look at some random one. Let's look at 9:33 your time, right? So 10:33 market time.
10:30. Was there a call or a put?
It was a buy.
Okay, so there was a call. Yeah, so I took that trade at, what was the time?
I think 9:33. It might have been a put that you
10:33.
closed. Yeah, 10:33.
Yeah, so 9:33 was showing up here. So 10:33, 10:33, over here.
Yeah. So I think it might have been a put that you closed because I see
Yeah, that
two
was a put.
sells
Yeah,
and then
Yeah.
the buy
yeah,
is
that
two.
was a put.
Okay.
So that was a put.
So can you explain why you took that and how the
Yeah.
Q algo made you
Yeah,
take
so
it?
the put, the reason I took, because the market has now, I look at the levels in the morning. So I see, okay, I'm trading SPX. It opened up certain level, is going to go to the max. When it kind of tanked at that level, okay, now I'm seeing, okay, well, this, my sister's yellow box for gummy bears has arrived. And then the pancakes, grandma is making pancakes and they are smelling very good, even though they're white.
Yeah.
The grandma is saying, okay, come get some. But grandma lives downstairs, so I had to go down to get the pancakes. So I had to go down to the basement. So that's where I took it, and then I closed the trade.
Okay.
So that's, yeah. And that was the put. Yeah.
Seems, I'm going to be honest, seems simple. Just on how you're explaining it, it seems simple. Once everything lines up, it's a very simple process of taking the trade and then getting out.
So here's another thing. These are the trades I took, but why I took them? What was the motivation before, right? It's not,
Yeah.
I'm taking the trades in the hindsight. So I'm looking at here, I've taken the trades here, I got my gift, I waited, and then I took a call here and I closed it and I waited. So now I'm seeing the momentum is shifting from a trend is shifting to an exhaustion. Okay, why is it exhaustion? Because we are reaching the 64.74 resistance, and that's my red ceiling. Okay, that is saying go start to bank the wall. Okay, so now I'm going to go and do that, right? So the path was notified to me, path has shifted. Qamar, get ready for the next dive in. Okay, and then this is where he took the trade. So there is, the AI is doing the work, hard lifting. There's no emotion, right? There's no emotion.
Yeah.
We get stuck into emotion. We need to read the data.
Yeah. So another question I have is, how does Coffee with Q fit into this bigger picture?
That's a great question. My IP attorney asked me too today. So I have it fresh. So I'm a news journalist, programmer. I run a company and I love to write. Okay. And I interview people and etc. So Coffee with Q is now, the new paradigm of Coffee with Q is, not only am I developing an algo that is, I'm a news engine, Where if you go to Yahoo Finance, you read about financial markets. If you go to Market Watch, so Coffee with Q is going to be the future, where we are going to interview people like my members that will join the software. They will share their experience, their stories. And so Coffee with Q is going to have its own news and sharing the content, because we remember things from the story,
Yeah.
right? And that stays with us. So yeah.
Seems simple. Seems very simple. I've seen a lot of your Coffee with Q updates with Grandma. I really enjoy that. Like, that's my favorite character. I'm gonna put that out there. Grandma's my favorite character. Right underneath is SPX Daddy, Big Daddy SPX.
Yes. So SPX Daddy is the asset we are trading, but
Yeah.
I grew up with my grandparents. My family used to live in Hong Kong, and I was traveling. I was in the military school, so my grandma took care of me. Okay,
Okay.
and I have a lot of memories. So when I was thinking of coming up, I would always ask, because I was a kid alone, didn't have father, mother. They were in Hong Kong, and I said, "Grandma." So she passed away, but I asked intuitively, I'm asking grandma. Okay, so while she's gone, I remember her, and now grandma is kind of helping me complete this mission.
That's heartwarming. I'm not gonna lie. That's very heartwarming.
Yeah, that's the real reason.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I guess we talked about everything. Do you want to talk about anything else on the algo? I think we talked about everything, because I see that there is no area that I haven't discussed.
What we are doing is we want this adaptation to happen. Okay, like I said initially, we are not a service. We are not announcing. We want people to watch us. Okay, watch the algo
Yep.
and learn. And I want to give people 30 days time to watch it. If they know how to trade it. I'm not going to tell them to trade or not to trade. They can watch it and learn. Even if you don't know anything about trading, that might become an option. I have a friend. His name is Perry. Perry is a very successful businessman. He's retired now. He lives in the Cayman Islands, and his wife Shruti, she's an ex-client, a good friend. And she called me and said, "Perry wants to learn your software." And I said, "Really?" She said, "Okay, so when you come to Cayman, come over to our house. We're going to have tea and pakora, which is the dessert,
Yep.
and then teach Perry." And I said, "Okay, I would love to do that." So if I can give this wonderful tool to people like Perry, and people like the guy that has been using the system, G, who taught me, he is now a very profitable, who was my coach, and now he says, "Qamar, you have become my teacher." So this is amazing, right? If my teacher tells me I'm his teacher, I think it's more than money, right?
Yeah.
So if I can build this something unique, then I think I've already accomplished something.
Wow. So thank you so much. I don't have any other questions. I'm gonna be honest. I guess we can wrap up this interview.
Right, and we should do more. So I think would be good if you have the time, because I know you're a busy guy. If we can do a couple of these every week, so we can kind of go over the trades of
Yeah.
what we take, and
Also,
then
I like that.
measure, because I can say what I want to say, but the point is that can we match it? Okay.
Yep.
I have another friend who has been watching this, and he told me that he will share his data, and maybe I can bring him, and he can talk. We can bring Gary, Mr. G, so he can talk about it.
Okay.
So I think there is huge demand for it, but I want baby steps, and this may be the time that one thing that is good about what we are doing, most people buy the shares and they go up or down and then they lose money. This is day trading. You spend 2 hours per day,
Yep.
and then you set up your standards, and then you pay your bills. You know. Yeah.
I agree. Day trading is honestly amazing. It has
Yeah,
changed
well,
my
you do
life and
this, so-
also probably
Yeah.
going to change a lot of others. So thank you so much for telling me about this Q algo. And yeah,
Thank you, Mo.
thank you.
We'll be seeing you back again.
Every week, maybe twice
All
a
right,
week.
sounds good.
All right, sounds good.
Till then,
Till then,
keep watching the Grandma newsletter.
I will
right.
do. I can't wait.
All right, sounds good.
Close to what I gotta say. Markets moving fast, don't get swept away. Trading with Q is the smarter way. Y'all ready? Let's go. Yeah, Q makes your trades much better. Yeah, Q calls the trends all together. Y'all ready? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.